Today I'm showing you how you can get the best free video editing software for Windows 7, 10, 11, any version 2023. It has no watermark, you don't need to pay, completely free to use. Honestly, in my opinion, it's the best free video editing software out there. And I am talking about VSDC Free Video Editor. This program is amazing. I've been using it for more than a year now, and honestly, I couldn't love it more. I've made more than 300 videos with this. So to download it, you can just head over to the top link in the description, and then what you want to go ahead and do is download for either 64-bit or 32-bit version. If you have a 32-bit version, you're probably going to know, so you should just download for 64-bit version unless you know otherwise. In my downloads over here, I've got the install file. All you need to do to install it is just double click on that. It's going to automatically launch itself. Select your language, and now I already have it installed, but I need to do this anyways because I need to update it. Anyways, I can click on yes either way. You should have seen this immediately anyways. This is the setup wizard. You can just click on next over here. Make sure you accept the agreement. Go to next. Next, just keep this unless you want something else, and then you might get that pop-up. I did because I've already had this installed before. Next, and you can create additional shortcuts. So this is not only a video editor, but it also has an option to be a video capture or a screen recorder program. Those are optional, you don't need to do that. If you're looking for a great screen recorder, then you can use this. However, in my opinion, OBS is better. That's what I'm using right now. So, if you want shortcuts, you can of course select those, and then you can just click on next and finally on install. And now this is going to start installing, and it shouldn't take that long at all actually. And just a few seconds later, it's already installed. For you, it might take a little bit longer. Anyways, it automatically brings you to this web page. However, we don't necessarily need that, so we can just click on finish, and then it's automatically going to launch right here. It'll take around 10 seconds to launch, as it usually does. It's not the fastest in terms of launching over here. Every time you open it, it says you should buy the Pro solution, which if you have it within your budget, I definitely recommend it. Also, you don't need to worry about this getting outdated. As soon as there's a new free version available, then it will automatically recommend that to you. Anyways, to create a new project, what I recommend is just to go to create slideshow, and then you can choose your resolution over here. I'm just going to select 4K. You can choose a bunch of things like your frame rate. Here you can create a custom aspect ratio if the resolution you wanted wasn't here. You can choose a custom background for your project, of course give it a name, all this stuff. It's all optional, you don't actually need to fill that in, and you can click on finish here, and as you can see, it'll automatically open up a new project. And honestly guys, it took a bit of use. This took a little bit of getting used to because it feels really advanced, but there are so many features that can also be used with the free version, like motion tracking, that is absolutely insane. Anyways, here's just the basics. If you want me to create more video tutorials on this, then I will. Anyways, to import videos, you can just click on this video icon, and then you'll be able to select any videos you have on your device. Same with audio or images, and you'll just be able to edit them in the timeline as you usually would in a video editor. If you have any video editing experience, then that shouldn't be so difficult. So you have of course just the basic editing options under this editor tab here, which is really the only one you'll be using. So cutting and splitting, that'll allow you to directly edit the file. You can crop the image, you can rotate it, and you can split different video segments into parts using this button here. those are the most used things. And now obviously there's a bunch of different things you can do here. If you're looking for transitions, then you want to be checking out video effects, transitions in terms of audio, like fading in audio effects, same things, but then with text for text effects. Just a little bit of looking around and you should get used to it. In the properties window, you'll be able to change a bunch of things about the selected video that you're editing. This will be stuff like opacity, frame rate, but not only that, you can also change the speed here. So you can create really fast time lapses, or you can really slow things down. You can change volume levels here as well, which is definitely very useful if you have a bunch of different clips with different volume levels. Anyways, it's really, it takes a little bit of getting used to because it's a very large interface. You can also actually edit the interface if you want, but I did that once and I got all confused. So anyways, to export your project, there's a bunch of different export configurations you can choose. So it'll automatically select the export option for YouTube over here, and you can select export options for Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, for example, and that's just for web. You can also just export to MOV, to MPG, to all these different file formats. You can also export it to an MP4, which is what I recommend you do, which will still allow you to upload it to YouTube, of course, and stuff like that. This will just optimize it for the specific program. Here you can export it for file formats supported for different types of devices, even like DVDs, although no one uses those anymore. And that is basically how to use this. If you have any questions, of course, feel free to leave those down in the comments below. Although I am sure there are also other tutorials on this video editor out there, because this video editor is absolutely amazing. And of course, if you want me to make more tutorials, then I definitely will. For right now though, thank you ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye bye.